What's going on YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to water our large area of lawn and the easiest way to do it without an in-ground sprinkler. You can always put up a sprinkler, calculate how long it's going to take for that area, move it, calculate how long it's going to take for that area, move it, and all that. And if you've got a big backyard like mine, as you see here, all of this over here is my backyard. All of this land right here. No. But this is about 8,000 to about maybe 10,000 square feet to get. And it's probably going to take quite a few different rounds of sprinkler just to get all the backyard. And I don't want to have to babysit it and all that. So what I got is this Nelson sprinkler lawn tractor. And what's really great about this is it's got these big teeth on the sprinkler, or at least the tractor, and it will move when this rotates and it's spraying water out. It's going to move the wheels and it's going to pull itself along a hose. So that's why you can see right here you have a groove, and you're going to be able to see where you can put the hose right there, and it'll go through underneath and it will travel along. Basically what's going to do is whatever route you put for the hose, it will follow along and move itself. And then you have this at the very end. This is a stopper, because there's a stopper on the bottom of this that this ramp will push up on and stop the water flow. So you don't have to babysit it at all. You just let it go and it moves along the hose until it hits the stopper, and then it stops the water. Now, as you can see here, there are different little grooves here, and this is for how much you want to put water down. So this one's high, as you can see, high, neutral, and low. Neutral will be just sitting there spinning and it won't go anywhere. Low is about 1/2 inch of water, which you really want to get down about twice a week. And then high, we'll move it a little bit faster, and it's about 1/4 inch of water. So it depends on what you want. Like right now, I put down an application of insecticide and fungus preventer. So I need to water it in. Well, I'm going to go ahead and set this up in my backyard tonight and use my hose in timer that I have to start it tomorrow morning at about 4 a.m. So I'm using the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 hose in timer here. And so what I'll do is I will take this hose and unravel it, and put it in my yard, and I'll show you in just a second. And I can pretty much get this thing to make a U shape in my yard to cover pretty much all of my backyard for the most part in one sweep. Now this thing does put going a 1/2 inch of water down. It will take it takes a while. It's about 8 hours for my whole backyard. And I've got about, like I said, almost a 10,000 square foot backyard. Now, these do move up and down, so you can actually unscrew this, unthread this a little bit, and these do rotate up and down. So you can make it so that you can throw it up higher or wider. It's up to you, depending on what kind of path you have. And I have them set up about as wide as possible, for the most part, with it going straight or going forward. And then you use a hose. I recommend a heavy duty hose, because this thing will jump the hose, and once it does that, that's not a good sign. So use a 3/4 inch hose, not a small one, and something somewhat heavy duty. They do say about 200 feet of hose is the maximum, so make sure you don't get too much more than that. And I have, I think, 75 feet here. Then I have an additional hose there that probably won't even get to. So not quite 200 feet at all by any means. So I'm gonna drag this hose out to my yard. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So now I have it set up. There's the stopper right there, because I'm gonna have it in there. I have it coming through here on my yard, and you wanna make sure you don't have any sharp bends, like a 90 degree. That might actually be a little bit sharp, but we'll find out, because it can jump it. Then it goes all the way through here. And then there it is. I have it running. Now, you can see it is watering my neighbor's yard a little bit, so I need to adjust that. That throw of the water will throw up to 56 feet. Anywhere from, like, I think 11 feet down to 11 feet to up to 56. So keep that in mind. So instead of watering my neighbor's yard, I'm gonna have to adjust that. But as you can see, that's how it's working right there. And I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna try to zoom in here. I don't know if you can see on the wheels, but they are moving very slowly right now forward. So that's working. Also, one thing to note is on the back side, you want to give yourself enough hose so it's not kinking up and stopping it from moving. And now we wait. Well, actually, I'm going to turn this off and set up my timer. And I also have a video on my hose-in timer, the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 one. This one that I'm using right here, it's a Wi-Fi one, and I really like it. And I'll link that up here so you can see it if you want to decide to check that out. This sprinkler is about $75 to $80, and it comes with the sprinkler itself and then also the little stopper. And so it's kind of a little pricey, but to water this whole big backyard by itself, I could set this at 4 in the morning and it'll be done about noon. I don't have to touch it. And about noon, I'll come out here and take the hose in, turn off the water, and be done. And I can move on to the front yard. If this video helped you out in any way, leave me a like. And if you have any questions or comments about this, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.